This podcast is brought to you by the Couch Commentators. How about I just do the first line and we do how we've been doing it lately? Or does someone else want to fucking do it?
This podcast is brought to you by the couchcommentators.shop. Help support the channel by purchasing your Couch Commentators merchandise using the link below.
Welcome back to the Couch Commentators podcast, the fastest growing podcast in the nation, and some may say the world. I have Dan and James by my side. Another week, gentlemen. How are we, Dan?
Yeah, not too bad, not too bad. Just had a quiet weekend, working as always.
As always.
And just had a relaxing Sunday, just chilled out, played some games, watched some footy.
Ooh. What, been playing a bit of Call of Duty, I've heard.
Some Black Ops 6.
Are you like Prestige Max yet? Or
No. I'm almost Prestige 2. I haven't really been playing that hard, but because it's not double XP anymore, it's a bit harder to level up.
I want to hear Prestige Max by next week, but okay. James,
Looks like I'm not sleeping.
How are you going, mate?
Yeah, good. Sure, you'll touch on it as well. We went away on our yearly Punters Club trip away. I had one of the worst weekends of punting in my life. To the point where it was comical. So we had a no phone rule on the Saturdays at the pub to watching the racing. So I put on bets at 4 different venues in the morning. So I had like 40-something bets on my phone.
It was funny. You had like 42 bets.
I won 3. They were all shorter odds out of the bets. And every time, I would say 80% of my bets were leading with 50 meters to go and got chased down.
Yeah, it was quite funny by the end of it. Like everyone was laughing except James. But
I was laughing as well because it would come around the bend and I'd go, "You'll never guess what I'm on here."
And it's gone.
You probably got that drunk towards the end of the day. You're probably just like, "Fuck it, this is funny."
It was sobering me up.
It was rough. For me, on the other hand, I had probably one of the best punting weekends I think I've had a while. $50 in the account to start the weekend. Got a deposit match. Shout out Better. Not an ad, but they did give me $50 back. And then each day I managed to end up with 200 at the end of the day. The last day was having a shocker. I was with James on the Barry Crocker, but then we'll get into the race later. Mr. Brightside, you saved my day. Let's talk about that. I had four bets. James had 40 bets. I had 4 bets at the start of the day. Mr. Brightside was one of them. Other things that happened on the weekend away, though, we did play golf. Have a guess who won that? They had only one guess.
Russell.
No, Graham with me and his team. He carried me.
Was it teams of 2 or 10?
Yeah, teams of 2. Yeah.
We lost by 1.
Who were you with?
Me and Scott.
Yeah. I was carried most of the day except maybe the last 5 or 6 holes. And then,
I was going to say Graham's probably the one that plays the most out of all of them.
There was a putt though, that secured the win. There was a lot of pressure on this putt, and Graham had already fluffed his shot, went a bit far, and it was literally if we missed this putt, getting close.
Yeah, if Brandon hit a worse shot than Graham, it probably ends up as a tie.
And it was a Texas wedge as well. It was outside the green, fucking putt it right next to the fucking hole. Nuked it in for the win. It was good. But that's all for the Punters Club trip. I'm sure there's more stories that might come up later. But let's get into the subscriber push, gentlemen, because we've had a couple subscribers over the last podcast, but I need to ask again. I need to beat Dan to 100. So 100 subscribers before we get 100 episodes, please. But that's all I'll ask. Accountability, gentlemen. Guess what? We didn't have a bet on the weekend because I was too drunk.
We were already at the pub drinking by the time we were thinking about it.
It does
mean we all won?
We are winners. We saved our money. Some of us did. But look, the bets will be back this week. Don't you worry, gentlemen. And hopefully we pick some winners. Maybe we needed the week off. Maybe this is the week we needed off to then come back and be bigger, better than ever.
Well, yeah, maybe I got all my losses out of my system. And I'm just going to win for the rest of the year.
100%. That's all, though. For the accountability, we get into the best part of the podcast, brought to us by you. It is the listener questions. Now, we got a couple this week, so we'll get through them and there's some juicy ones. Let's go. All right. From Matty C, he asked, start, bench, cut. Ooh, these are some good players here. Some New Zealand legends. It is Sean Johnson, Benji Marshall, and Stacey Jones. Okay. I'll go to James first. Who you start benching and cutting?
Well, it's pretty hard. I think I start Benji because he's won a comp out of the 3.
Mm.
And then, you know what? I feel bad for Sean Johnson because he's probably my favourite player out of them, but I'll bench Stacey Jones and then cut SJ.
It's cutting SJ. Okay. Okay, Dan, mate.
Like James said, this is extremely hard. They're 3 New Zealand greats, as you said. I'm gonna start. I'll go Sean. I'll start Sean.
Starting Shawnee.
Now I've left myself in a bit of a predicament here.
Who is he benching? Who is he cutting?
Oh, I think I'll bench Benji just because I probably watch more Benji play, and I'll cut Stacey.
So it's just the recency bias for you, Dan.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to go the fucking opposite to all of you. I'm going to start Stacey, New Zealand legend, one of the best we've ever seen. And then I'm going to, then it gets tough.
So whoever you start, it just makes it even harder.
I would have to. Benji Marshall, like, on God, maybe up there immortality-wise, how he changed a generation. He inspired kids, so I'd have to go him. Like, his step was something different, and he won the comp, as James said. So you'll get the bench, and then Sean Johnson, I'm sorry, but you've just retired, and then you're cut as well. You get out of here.
You're just cut from the last fucking round, and still when he beat you is on the bell.
Yeah. Well, look, it was tough. You know I don't get over things too easy. Interested on your picks, Matt? Let us know in Dan's DMs. Okay, next question from Matty C. Okay, now we get the tinfoil hats out, gentlemen.
Look, we need a Matty C tinfoil hat segment. Honestly,
we need a merchandise of a tinfoil hat that says Matty C on it. Speaking of Matty C, and we actually the Punters Club trip away, we had a trophy for Matty C. It was the
in his honor.
For any bet under $5, and shout out Damien, he won that. He had a couple bets that were a bit low in odds, but shout out Matt for that. And but now he asks, do you believe aliens built the Egyptian pyramids? Okay, gentlemen, tinfoil hats on. Dan, what do you believe?
Look, I don't buy into fucking stupid conspiracy theories.
Okay.
So I'm going to say no.
All right. Okay. James, mate?
Look, it's fun to believe in, but yeah, look, it was just slaves.
Illegal aliens. Look, I want to put the tinfoil hat on and go, what if? Well, who knows? How did they get those rocks so heavy and build so many? Why haven't we built more pyramids like that?
Because we build skyscrapers.
Yeah. Look, just wanted to put the weed brain to it, where they go, "Wow, how did they do it?"
Is it like the third biggest pyramid in the world? An American equivalent of a BFC.
BFC,
Birding Fair. Sorry. BCF. the big fucking cap. It's a Bass Pro Shop. That's it.
Yeah.
It's the third largest pyramid in the world. So we do.
Yes.
Okay, all right. Matt, I'm interested again on your thoughts because, look, some of the questions you throw out, I think you must be a tinfoil hat conspiracy theorist. But
fuck just getting tinfoil hats, like, we'll just get a shirt and just have Matt with a tinfoil hat on.
With aliens around him or some shit.
UFOs and shit flying around.
We can get him drunken in a tinfoil hat and then and then the rest.
Make him look like Clayton. I mean, what?
Okay. Next question from Matty C again. He asks, when is the world's hottest corn chip challenge happening? Look, Are you going to buy them? Are you going to send them here? And are you going to do it with us? Is the real question. I believe we've already said these two don't want to do it.
Yeah.
I want to do it for content. I don't want to do it because I know I can't handle spices, but I think it'll be funny.
I think I said when he initially asked that I don't want my asshole to be burning
Yeah.
the next
Burning
day
ring of
or
fire.
that night.
I think we could assemble some Avengers. I think, we could get you to do it, maybe get Ken and Aiden on to do it as well. It'd be so much funnier seeing our guests do it than
Yeah,
us. I
exactly.
think it'd be great content. But yeah, that's your answer.
Coming soon.
Coming soon in the year 2029.
When we're all 32 and 34 and
Yes.
don't care about it.
Okay. Next question. It is from Dan. He asks, was it reasonable that the Storm offered Pappenhausen $750K for his next contract when it is believed he is on $900K currently? Ooh, some shady deals going on here, I reckon. Dan, would you like to answer Dan's question?
I'll answer myself, yeah. So, you look at Pappenhausen's last 3 years, right?
Mm.
How many games has he played? Probably 15 to 20,
Yeah.
if that. So, it's kind of reasonable that they've, downgraded him. But then again, he's an all-star player. He's a good
He is.
fullback.
When he's on, he's on.
Yeah, when he plays good, he plays good. So I don't know. I'd be kind of hurt if I was Ryan Pappenhausen.
Yeah. That's a big underpayment there. 200K is not much to,
Yeah.
James, mate.
I think it's beyond reasonable. What's he done for him on 900,000?
We haven't won a grand final, let me tell you.
No, because this contract I'm pretty sure was signed after they won, and he was Clive Churchill. That's why he got 900,000
Yeah.
because of the years previous and how good he had played. In the last 3 years, he just hasn't done it. You look at the top fullbacks in the game now. It says a lot about the position, but you probably rank him outside the top 5.
Yeah. Obviously, Guffo now not in the top 5, James. He used to be when
Guffo was in 22 when Parramatta made the grand final.
Yeah.
We'll get into that
We'll get
more
into that
later.
later. We'll get into that.
But yeah, 750. If I was I think that should be a short-term deal. So give him the opportunity to get back onto a bigger contract in a short amount of time. But yeah, I understand it. And if you're Melbourne, you also got a young kid that you can afford to play hardball.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah, they can really push him with Suar far longer. As for 750, but then what's he getting in third party deal? He's probably fucking still getting close to that.
Yeah.
He's the most popular player in that
Yeah.
Melbourne's team, as far as Instagram followers and stuff.
But I have heard, a little birdie out of the words, Sharks are trying to hunt for him, which is interesting. I don't know. But, I mean, he's got obviously the friends with
off contract.
Nico.
next year,
He's
isn't he?
off contract soon. So
Yeah.
there's talks of him not getting re-signed.
Look, I feel bad for Will Kennedy, but I did call that pretty early.
Yeah, look, again, similar situation where we've had these, say, 2 to 3 years where we've been, Fitzy said, this is a team that's come through the ranks, won Newtown, come through, win the comp. If you win the comp, then it's all good and well, keep signing you. But, if you aren't going to live up to your standards, even Nico Hyde's got signed on the back of his Dally M winning year on that $1 million contract. But if he doesn't live up, guess what? You're out of there. Yeah, look, for me, I think it is a bit of a low ball. But as James said, you got Suafar Longo there. So if Pappenhausen doesn't want to be there, show him the door. Now, next one we have from Aiden. And he asks, what is your thoughts on the 47th President of America, Donald Trump, getting into power? Guys, I know we're a political podcast here, so we're going to get real deep into this. Dan, mate, you are the the political guru, actually, I remember from earlier podcasts. What is your thoughts?
After his thoughts on Gaza Strip and
Yeah.
Ukraine.
I completely forgot about those episodes. Look, I think Trump's gonna probably I don't really give a fuck.
Is he going to make America great again?
Is he gonna build another wall?
There's a lot of talk, so the wall has to be rebuilt another 4 years, surely. Surely.
Yeah, I don't really care about American
He doesn't
politics.
care. Okay, James, what's your thoughts?
Look, I think it's going to be a fun ride.
Yeah.
I am very interested to see how his tariffs go and how it affects the people of America that think that it's going to make things cheaper for them, which that's not how a tariff works. But that's what I'm interested to see. But
Big
look,
companies make more money.
it's not like Kamala Harris was offering anything up either. So at least this way it'll be fun to watch from the sideline.
Oh, yeah, from the sideline, we're just going to get the memes. The memes are always good with Donald, and the dance moves are even better.
I know.
Yeah, look, I don't know. America, out of like how many million? Like 300, 400 million?
I think 300 million.
They don't have any better candidates than these two. Okay, fair enough. In my lifetime, I never thought that I would see Donald Trump as president, let alone president twice. And last,
He can't be president a third time, so.
you watch him make the fucking rules, man.
Nah, then Barack Obama will fucking stick his hat back in the ring.
Yeah, true. The last time Donald was in there, they had to fucking like almost get the cops to get him out of there. Like,
His vice president was almost killed by Trump's fans.
yeah. So I'm looking forward to when this term is over. Will he be as? I feel like he's pretty old, man. Like he's gonna get into the levels of Biden by the end of his term if he's still going. But we'll see.
Yeah,
we'll see.
I'm not one to do research, but I wonder how old he is and like what the age gap between him and Biden is, because obviously Biden looked very old by the end, and Trump's not far off.
Yeah.
Hey Siri, how old is Donald Trump?
I mean, I'm going 80.
78.
Oh,
So he'll be 82.
Yeah.
Well, 80, close to 83 by the time his term is finished.
Well, look, I'm no doctor or scientist, but that is old. So we'll see how they go. And look, as we said, we're sidelined. We are couch commentators, and we like to watch what happens in the other side of the world from the couch.
From the couch.
So see how they go. Okay. I hope you got everything you wanted out of politics there, Aiden.
Very informed, in-depth opinions.
Yeah.
If you ask me about Kevin 07,
I think it'll be good for Australia.
Handball courts.
I'll give you a deep dive into that.
All
Or
right.
if you ask me how ScoMo tackles little kids on the playground.
That's fucking good. The ScoMo tackle on a little kid. That's
Or
fucking
how
rugby league.
Julia Gillard trips downstairs.
Yeah.
Or on John Howard's wrist spin.
Yeah, he's bowling. That's fucking good. Look, we got some athletes. Okay, so we have a question from Aiden. He asks, who else is excited to see Casey McLean tear it up for Penrith next year? James.
I'm terrified.
Yeah, I'm not really excited.
Isn't his brother like just as good or better?
Yeah, the McLeans. Jesse, is it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Jesse.
Yeah, so look, it's scary. It's scary.
Taruva out.
Yeah.
Clean in.
The McLeans. Dan, what's your thoughts?
Look, he may be 18 years old, but it does look scary because it just means Penrith. It's like Melbourne had a few years ago. Like they lose a player, they move a player straight back in.
Yeah.
Penrith are just doing the exact same.
And
they
it's-
lose a player, they move someone straight
Shit,
in.
because obviously all the juniors are going, oh, where do I want to, like, I want to go to Penrith, be a part of that system and have the chance to go up into
Yeah.
the top grade. So they're just going to keep getting good players to then funnel through to their team, and then they'll lose good players, and it just keeps cycle repeats itself. But are we excited? No. Why would free fans of different clubs be excited for Penrith to win a fifth fucking grand final?
Look, I was definitely happy for him last night
Yeah.
when he scored his first try on debut, but
What about the next three?
yes. But I was going to say we'll get into that.
Okay. Well, I hope you got your answer there, Aiden. Now, he also asks, what's your guys' favourite sound in sports? For example, big hits. Okay, what's your favourite sound in sports? Very interesting question.
Mine would have been big hits,
Yeah.
but I think I'm just going to have to go with when tennis players hit the ball. When they're just grunting, it's funny.
Yeah. If anyone's got their TV on loud, I'm sorry for that.
Throw on your big Pele.
James, your favourite sound?
I don't know if this counts, so I'll give a couple. But the old Wide World of Sports cricket
Oh,
theme.
yeah.
Hello and welcome to another day's play.
That is pretty elite. That is pretty elite.
That's
So
pretty good.
that's up there. And then bat on ball for a good shot, flush out of the middle, that crack.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good. I like going to similar to your first one. I don't mind the games. You remember EA Sports? It's in the game. That's sports. But other than that, sports wise, a good golf shot sounds fucking pretty.
Yeah.
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 And when you hit one as well, it's even better.
Special shout out to
How's that? How's that?
Another
or
golf
that
one.
one.
All right.
or Minus Lavish saying, no rah!
Yeah, that's good. Can't forget those. No, rah.
Block a roach. Me think it amazing.
Or nice Gary.
Yeah, nice, Gary.
Nice Gary. There's so many. There's
Or
so
a
many.
ball hitting middle stump.
Mm.
And you just hear the stump bounce on the ground.
There is too many to count. But Aiden, I want to hear yours.
I'm guessing big hits.
Big
maybe.
hits could be
Big
his. But like
Mate,
big
that
hits.
that COVID time where
Yeah.
you didn't have the crowd and you could
yeah.
actually hear the hits.
That was beautiful.
ASMR.
It's good. Maybe like
Something to behold.
another good one is like ping pong.
Ding, ding, ding,
That's,
ding.
Pretty therapeutic.
Yeah.
That shit puts me to sleep.
Also badminton. Different sound, but
Badminton, yeah.
same idea.
Yeah. It's good.
What, puts you to sleep?
No, just the
It's good. It's good stuff. It's good value. Okay, that's all for the list of the questions. But guess what, guys? It's the second best part of the podcast brought to us by you. It's the speak pipes. The speak pipes, and we got a couple this week. So let's get into them. This one from 6 days ago. We haven't heard from Deshaun in a while. So what's he got to say?
Hey guys, it's Deshaun here. Look, it's been 3 weeks since my actions at Caulfield, and with nothing holding me back in Sydney any longer, I decided to head back to my hometown just in order to seek out a buyer for my fast new friend I've come to call Steve Jobs. But it seems that the corruption that I experienced there follows me everywhere I go. Seeking out casual pickpacking employment in Wollongong, several bags of apples went missing after my arrival, and vile allegations were levied against me. When my employer asked if I wished to see video evidence of my supposed crime, I grabbed the old woman's wheelchair, enraged, demanding to know if the cripple had used her cyborg body to AI generate the video herself. She suddenly clutched her chest in desperation and was unable to even answer me. I watched with pride as the guilt of her atrocities caused her to fall to the floor, gasping for breath, and satisfied, I hit the road on the unsaddled back of my friend. This experience with my employer in Wollongong has led me to my question for you guys this week. Do you gentlemen believe that the next Paralympics should have punting options encompassing the Little Nuggets win-loss results? Look, personally, I'd like to bet on the little failed abortions rate of survivability to full time, if it's left up to me. Much like drink driving, I believe the Australian public has earned this right. As always, gentlemen, be well.
Holy God.
Deshaun hits again.
Fucking hell, the build up.
I want to put all of Deshaun's fucking speak pipes together and make a fucking story.
It's good. I think that's a TikTok. Well, look, the question is, should there be betting on the Paralympics? I'm not going to say what he said after that, but I think we should have gambling on everything. To be fair, I don't think it's being disabled. It's not being able to gamble on
I think
Paralympics.
it's a problem that we can't.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
And it's definitely not the problem we have of gambling.
yeah. But yeah, look, good luck to you as well. I know you're in a bit of trouble at the moment, but hopefully things get better.
I'm glad Steve Jobs has been getting a nice, healthy amount of apples. Wig. I don't know where he would have got them.
And hopefully you land back on your feet somewhere soon.
Yes. Okay, next one. It is from Khan. Can this year end? I don't know why it's
Khan.
Khan this year end. Khan, kick.
Oh, boys, how are we?
Yeah, good.
Yeah, not
Hope
bad.
all is well. Another week down, another week closer to Christmas. Craving those few weeks off that I get each year. Can't wait. Didn't do a whole lot last week. Played some Moz Tag on Monday
Oh, nice.
versus the same team that I scored 5 or 6 against the week previous for some reason. Versed them again the week later. First time we played, we beat them 10-6, and then last week we beat them 15-5. So safe to
Yep.
say the Mud Dogs are on the up.
Oh, nice.
Up Muddies. Other than that, not a whole lot else. Played golf yesterday at Leachy and
Ooh.
shot a casual 128.
Oh,
So
nice.
Nice.
safe to say that your tips for golf were fucking shit. So appreciate that. And yeah, not been a pretty shit week to be honest. Just working like a fucking dog.
Just want to really, just watch the ball and work on your contact.
Probably lifting your head. Just keep your head down.
Maybe close the club face, maybe.
Yeah. A lot of tips here. It's good to hear you actually hit the same score as me the other week. So maybe my tips did help you. That's rough.
Those tag scores are rough as well.
Yeah, the Oztag scores. It sounds like the
You're
Mud
right by
Dogs.
the opposition
Yeah, the Mud Dogs are flying. They're
The
flying.
Mud Dogs are hotting
and
up.
improving week after week.
Week after week. He didn't say he scored 5 or 6 tries again, so maybe he didn't have the best again. But,
Maybe not.
Okay, the next one is from Big Daddy Mark. I wonder if that's the person I'm thinking of.
Also, boys, something a bit different. I want you guys to do a live reaction. I want you guys to search on whichever platform you prefer. Big Daddy Mark, and that's Mark with a C, not a K, live show. Just listen to any song that comes up. This man is the girthiest man I've ever seen, and he's also an American national treasure, and he should be treated as such.
I'm afraid to search what this
I'm
is.
honestly afraid.
All right, the next speak pipe is from Viva La Sistina. Okay, I think I, again, might know where this one's going.
I'm fucking so mad. I nearly had the speak pipe all done, driving home on the M5, live from the car. And I was saying how I was only doing 100 and there was no risk of the phone falling anywhere because it was firmly in my hand as I was
It's in
driving.
my-
And yeah, right at the end of it, then Aiden called me. And I'm like, yeah, actually a scumbag. I now just have to redo that whole thing. But yeah, look, bit crook, but this speak pipe, I did want to say thank you. When we did the potty, I do remember you saying, remember the name of this horse, Via Sistina.
Oh.
So I sat in Northies on Saturday with Scuba Steve for about 10 hours and 30 schooners or whatever. And I was having a punt and everything was going good. And then I started betting a little bit too much too quickly. And then anyway, it got right down to the end. I had Via Sistina to win and Vow to, I don't know, something to come in the top 4. And that horse, Via Sistina, that thing pissed it in. And then that horse I needed to come 4th, rocked in 4th.
Oh.
And fucking, what was that? It was like $760 odd return, which was great. We're about to run out of time, so stay tuned for part 2.
Right, part 2.
Yeah, so anyway, as I was saying, that was like a 760 return, which was quite a nice little
Bags of Omo there.
nice little part of my night, I'd say. But that 760 quickly turned into a 260 return because the Omo man had to take his cut. But I'm a bit crook, boys, and I just wanted to let you know how crook I was. I may have procured for myself two boxes of Omo for stain removal, and I only made it through half of one because just nothing was getting up there anymore. The nostrils were so blocked. But nonetheless, it was good. So hit me up, Simon Havenar. Come round to my joint, and we'll get stuck into it. But yeah, it was a good tip, boys. I thoroughly enjoyed that. That was good. So thanks, lads, for that one. If we're ever out at the same joint, I definitely owe you fellas a beer.
Beautiful.
But yeah, like I said, a bit crook this week. So I know that the footy season's over, and we all know it's coming up. But you know what? Everyone's getting spared because I can't do it this week. It's coming. All right. World War II, Season 2, whatever you want to call it. It's coming hard.
That's beautiful.
He bought 2 boxes of Omo. He must have needed to do a lot of laundry.
Well, look, Norby's is a place of white shirts, so
Yeah.
I reckon there's a bit of Omo going around there.
Look, I'm just happy that we finally picked a winner for our punters, for our fans.
Did we know in that race it was going to end up being at $1, like 50,
Yeah.
and then possibly at one stage it was like $1.20.
Yeah, look, it shitted in, but it was a good tip.
Didn't you end up winning by like 5 lengths or something?
By a couple lengths. Great horse. And happy to hear, out with Scuba Steve, another Ecuador's legend. His name's Christian, not even named Steve. But great stuff. Good drinking, and hopefully, we get one of those beers soon for the old Via Sestoina.
I hope the nose clears up for you, mate.
Yeah,
and,
look, don't like to hear anyone sick, whether it's self-inflicted or not, but hopefully get better soon.
hopefully Havenar catches up with you.
Yeah. Okay, next one. It's from Henry. Henry Flood.
Our best friend.
Okay, what do you have to say?
Hi guys, it's Henry. Well, a really, really quick one because I've got to step into my parole officer, but it's just getting a bit hot under the collar. Now that your football season's over, you know, I was just now thinking you've got a little bit of time. I was just wondering if the couch commentators could ever do like a calendar, perhaps, maybe. You guys could dress up as firemen or tradies, or maybe we could just get Brandon just in his Bunnings apron. Yeah. Anyway, sorry, I just got lost in thought. Just wondering if that would be a possibility for you guys to think about for the off season. I really look forward to your response, and Brandon, please reply to my DMs. Okay, I don't want to have to leave anymore. Just please reply to them. You said you would. All right. All right. Thanks, guys. Love you, Brandon. Please reply. Please. Love you. Bye.
Hey, look, I haven't thought of a calendar before. I don't know how our sales would go. Maybe he might buy 100.
The trick is you could just sell it at a high price.
Yeah.
And sell what?
Sell one at $1,000. Only ever make the one. But Henry would really enjoy it. Look, it's a great idea.
So what we do is we put me and James as the first 2 months, and then just for Henry, you for the rest of them.
We'll workshop it. Henry. And sorry about the DMs. It must be in the blocked ones. I'll have to look for them. Okay, next one we have from Soccer Review. I wonder who this could be.
Soccer Reviewed.
Yeah.
Says it up there, bro.
Soccer Review.
Hey boys, your favourite segment, the weekly soccer review.
Oh, I've been waiting for this.
Swansea City managed to lose again, this time in the 96th minute.
Well, they
Nice.
suck.
So, as I said last week, they tear my heart out, so appreciate that. Other notable mentions, Man City lost again. That's their 4th loss in a row.
Ouch.
Never done before.
Never.
While Pep's been the
Yeah,
head coach.
that's
They
rough.
lost 2-1 to Brighton, and during the week,
Brighton.
they conceded 4 goals and lost to Sporting Lisbon, whose head coach is the new incoming head coach for Manchester United. So
Ooh,
there's a little interesting one for you.
that was interesting.
And then also Bayern Munich, Real Madrid, and Paris Saint-Germain all won as well.
Oh, that's
The
what
only
you'd expect.
reason I know that is because my multi got up, so that was good.
Yeah, that's
If
good.
you boys want any soccer multis, hit me up. I'll make you all millionaires.
Well, look, I might have to take you up on that offer.
Can't be any worse than my betting. So
Yeah.
I don't
maybe
think I had a single win over the weekend.
maybe
so.
in our next week's best bets, we have a Aiden soccer multi in there. Maybe,
you never know.
maybe. I like that idea. Write that down. As for Manchester City, that's rough to hear. Usually I just check if we're winning. I have heard whispers of people not wanting Pep anymore, which is
That's
4 in a row.
huge.
4 in a
That
row
is
is
huge.
that's bad. That's bad. That's all the soccer you'll get out of us. But thank you, Aiden, for the soccer review.
Also, you might notice there's no big bike from Toby.
Oh yeah.
I actually put out an AVO on him. And in the AVO, it said he's not allowed to do any more speak pipes.
Wow.
So,
Look.
I'm keen to see if that works.
Yeah.
it's worked for this week, obviously, but
Obviously, it's in the court's hands, but there might be evidence on a cat missing. So we'll find out.
Eric's here somewhere. Trust me.
Okay. Now, we go to the NRL talk. And, gentlemen, it's tough to tell you this, but it's the last weekend of rugby league until next year. So it's tough, and the NRL talk might get a bit smaller each week, but I'm sure there's always rugby league to talk
Just
about.
like my penis in the cold.
Yep. Yeah. Okay. Now we go to who impressed us, and we'll go to the main game. We'll go to Australia versus Tonga. Gentlemen, who impressed you? James. So Dan's head going around in a fucking like a windmill, and I was like,
I was waiting for you to say something.
and I thought I'll just go James. Okay, who do you think?
All right, I'll go the easiest one. Tom Dearden.
Yeah, you look good.
Look, we'd been politely judgmental seems like a bit harsh, but he'd been a little bit quiet in the first couple of games. He had moments in both of them, but like including last week, 2 weeks ago, sorry, he could have had a try assist to Angus Crichton for the first try, but Crichton drops it and it goes down as nothing.
Game one, he didn't fucking pass the ball.
But then he scores a try right at the end of the game.
Yeah.
Coming into this game, I actually said it to Brandon. I thought he might score a try. Like this might be his week to step up. Don't think he actually scored, but
No, he didn't.
3 line breaks, 3 try assists.
Yeah.
The show and go, the fend, it was all on show. It was good to see him really step up and look for the backup halves of Australia to both have good games and win this series, win all 3 games. It was good signs.
Munster said in the post game, "Oh, Tommy, you got my spot now. Looks like I'm not coming back."
Yeah, hey, that little the one out of hooker after I think it was Lomax had a quick play the ball. And then
Yeah.
just comes out of hooker, picks someone and then like sells someone a dummy, fends off Sonny Luke, and then just goes straight through.
It was beautiful.
He was in hot form. Run me of a little bit of Darren Lockyer as well, how he was playing.
Yeah.
Dan, mate, who impressed you?
I'll go the other obvious answer. The other Tommy on the field. Tommy Turbo. Hat-trick.
Yeah.
No, he only got 2, didn't he? Or did he end up getting
I
the third?
think he got 2, but it could have been 4.
Yeah, that's right. He got denied 2, yeah.
He was in good form.
It was beautiful.
He looked good, and it was good seeing him roam each side
That's
again.
what I was going to
and-
say. That's why he was looking good, because he was allowed to
Yeah.
roam.
It was hot stuff. For me, who impressed me, just the whole team, mate. The whole team. We just did good. Like we held on against a real strong forward pack, and
The goal line defence, considering how much football the Tongans got, was very impressive.
that's it. Look, we're teeing it up, but who let us down? And I think I'm happy to go with all three of us. Gerard's son. I'm not sure.
Ashley
He was the
Klein.
other game.
Ashley Klein. I'm sorry, we don't ref bash, but both of them, fuck them. Ashley Klein can cop it. The bold Ashley Klein. Yeah,
The amount of times that I said Klein
yeah.
in the group chat, I was just like, this is fucking ridiculous.
Just controls the whole momentum
Yeah.
of the game.
Yeah.
And he makes a nice close game, and people go, "Wow, that's the best game of international football I've ever seen."
But no, he's just fucked it.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, he's brought that game so much closer than what it could have been.
Yeah.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
there was like a couple of knock-ons where the ball's obviously travelled backwards. The player is facing backwards, and he's like, nah, knock on.
And the worst thing is, as soon as you lose that captain's challenge, it's like every
Yeah.
call, you just can't go against him anymore, and he can just do whatever he wants. And what he wanted was to make that game as close as possible, so the
Yeah.
money and the views are better for the NRL. That's
I
tinfoil
also-
hat on.
I also want to bring up more inconsistencies on the tackle of a kicker. I
Yeah.
saw Moses get hammered.
Oh, yeah. Moses got absolutely obliterated a couple times.
Yeah. Look, as much as I wanted to bash on Ashley Klein, I thought we could. I also had someone who let me down, and his name was Tom Trebojevic, and he does not know how to fucking pass to his right. That bloke.
So I know the main moment that you're thinking of, because there was the one
Yeah.
where he gets held up by the fullback Hopewadi.
Yeah.
And then like
Yeah.
that one I could understand. Like it was
Yeah.
Tommy's try. Amazing work from Hopewadi to get his hand under it. It looks like a no try to me. I'm happy with it. Then the next time we go down there, they fucking all go on Tommy, and
Yeah.
Lomax is captured
It's
the
just
cold.
there. He's just like,
Lomax
come
had
on, bro.
5 meters of open pasture. It's
Every
like,
single
bruh.
man's multi was ruined by Tom Trebojevic.
I think I would have won $450 if Zach Lomax
Yeah.
just went over that line.
Yeah, that's rough. He played a good game, other than not passing to his right, which would have also inherently made us win by more. So I don't know.
Special shout out to who impressed me. What's his name? Christian Wolf for wearing Javianas in the.
Yeah. Well, we were going to bring up the second game, the Spoon Bowl, the relegation promotion game between PNG and New Zealand, and New Zealand winning by a fuck ton. Gentlemen, who impressed you? Obviously,
No, Christian Wolf's the coach of Tonga.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
what I was thinking when Brad said it.
mate, I'm all over the place with these games. Sorry, mate. Christian Wolf impressed. Who impressed you with this game?
Keanu.
Keanu.
300 run meters. Is in the runnings for the Golden Boot.
Yeah.
In a loot, New Zealand lost 2 games, and he's still in the running for the Golden Boot. He played well last night.
He looked good, and it's going to be tough for Titans this year. James, who impressed you?
I don't think there's a world where a New Zealand player should win Golden Boot, to be honest.
Yeah.
But who impressed me? Look, McLean scoring 4. Yeah, we talked about him earlier. You might talk about somebody else, but I want to bring up the 6. Chance Nicole Klokstad.
Star.
Look, he would also had copped criticism from us from other places around the game over his performances in the first 2 games. In the first half, when the game was actually in the balance and PNG were playing well, he was the one that actually stepped up and had the big plays. That first try, the cutout pass, brilliant.
To McLean.
Yeah,
That was beautiful.
I think he also had another try assist in that first half. It was just good to see him step up. He's out of position. We all know that, but
Yeah.
yeah, good to see him get a bit of reward.
Yeah, look, they did look like world beaters out there. Definitely, as the game went on, there was a bit of fatigue in the PNG
Yeah.
side.
It looked like New Zealand was starting to fatigue at one stage as well.
Yeah.
During the second half, but then they just kept piling on points, and it's like, wow, okay.
Yeah, I was going to go with my person who impressed me, Sean Johnson. Hard to go against him in that game. 4 try assist, I believe, and he looked. It was good to see him go off as a winner because it would have been tough for me. As I said, I think he had the swan song against us and then come back out of retirement till if he got relegated. That would have been it would have been pretty bad. It would have been pretty bad. And at the start of the game, it looked close. It was a close game, and then as I said, fatigue. I think just the professional athletes of the New Zealand team, all like NRL top grade, eventually wore him down. Now, who let us down? Dan.
I'll go Nene McDonald.
Yeah,
like
I was thinking the same.
Apparently, he was like, I didn't watch the other 2 games, but like they said, he was setting the house on fire. It's you're versing Cook Islands and Fiji.
Yeah,
they're the lesser of the international countries, and then he gets to versing New Zealand, a tier 1 nation, and he's just nowhere. He's just missing.
Yeah.
Like, he had a couple good runs, but other than that, he didn't light the house on fire like he has apparently had been.
James.
I don't know.
I was going to go same as Dan, Nene McDonald.
Yeah.
For similar reasons, like I think it was hard. Obviously, when your whole team's not going good, you can't really set the world on fire. But like, I did want to see a bit more for him.
It would have been nice too, but he just finished playing 2 good games, especially that Fiji game, which the Fiji team does have a lot of NRL players in it.
Yeah,
and
but yeah, all eyes were on him. Like, who knows? We might see him in the NRL again one day. But he has been playing centres, I believe, in his current club. So
yeah,
maybe
he's never in Super League at the moment, isn't he?
I believe so.
Yeah.
I believe so. So who knows? Who knows? But I'll throw a special mention out to Gerard Sutton. I did bring him up for the last game, but fuck you, Gerard, for anything you've done in the past.
And I just want to say that as bullshit that we don't even get to defend our Pacific Championship next year.
Yeah, we're off to
England.
The United Kingdom for the Ashes.
That I found out it was called last night.
We're gonna get 2 Ashes this year.
Yeah.
Well, next year.
Next summer we will win the Ashes twice.
Yeah. Okay.
Big.
It's huge. Huge summer of sports. Okay. Now we have a listener question. That's right. A listener question in the NRL talk. It is from Matty C. He asks, who should win the Golden Boot? Okay. Dan.
It's probably between an Australian player and a Tongan player, you'd have to say. And as much as I'd love to say an Australian player, I think I'm going to say I'm torn between AFB and James Tamalolo.
Ooh.
That's my...
Huge.
I can't pick between them.
Okay. He's going for 2. James, who you picking?
Look, I think it's bullshit that the last Australian to win the Golden Boot was like Cam Smith years ago, because we just give it to nations that, they've had a crack.
He's almost beat us.
Look, I think it should be between Tom Trbojevic or Isaiah Yeo. I'll probably give it to Isaiah Yeo.
Yeah. Okay, I don't mind that. I was thinking maybe along the lines of Harry Grant myself.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think he's played very well over the tournament, and being our main dummy half, only dummy half in some games. I think he might deserve it. That's my opinion.
How many tries did Tommy score? He scored the intercept in the first. Did he score a couple against the Kiwis, I think?
Yeah.
He could have had like 5 tries.
Now's bench fucking
games.
Playing is gotta fucking be questioned as well. I don't know. We haven't brought that up, but Lindsay fucking Smith, did he even get a minute?
Yeah, he got
7.
Or so.
Yeah, that's fucked.
Look, I don't blame him. Lindsay, like he was lucky to be picked.
Yeah.
Like the guy hasn't had a big impact at club.
But when you're
level
versing a majority big boy team,
Yeah.
and you're playing with one less forward, it's
the
kind of
trouble
fucked.
is, all of our big islanders don't play for Australia, so we're left with country farm boys that go all day.
So Tommy scored 1 in the first game. He didn't score any against
Oh, I
New
didn't.
Zealand,
Okay, so he
and
only
he scored 2 yesterday.
I thought he scored against New Zealand, so that's my bad.
Now, because he set up Lomax,
That's right.
he knew how to pass that game.
Yeah, one game he decided. And then both times I didn't back him.
Yeah.
Well, both times I did back him, he didn't. And then,
Yeah, I had him in my multi last week.
Ah, mess up. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's all for that question. But the next question is, James, how do you feel about Clinton the King Gufferson leaving Parramatta?
Sorry, you said his name wrong.
Okay, sorry.
It's Saint Gutho
Saint
now.
Guffer now. How did I get that wrong? I'm going to go James first, then we're going to go Dan as well.
Oh, look, he's a has-been. He's never had it, did he? Nah.
He's a never was.
Yeah,
He's a never was.
Who called him the king? Vossi?
Vossi, yeah.
Why does Vossi get to choose that?
Mm.
Nah, so... Look, it hurt to see him go. I'm happy for him. A 3-year deal, good money. You know, you're going to take that if you got the opportunity at the age of 29, I think he is, or something like that. So can't blame him on it. Obviously, Jason Riles wanted to make it his club and change the direction of it and didn't see Guffo as the future of it, whether it be as a captain or the fullback. I do think that he was more than happy for him to stay at the club if he didn't get an offer, but I'm glad that they allowed him to leave and didn't sort of fuck him over and not so he could get this good deal while he's still got years to play.
Yeah, look, it's tough seeing a legend go, a captain go.
Yeah, I know the feeling.
Yeah, and not getting a proper farewell is probably the worst part, I'd say.
Yeah, and he's pushing out Campbell Gillard the last time he goes out. Did score a few tries that game though, so
in the spoon bowl, and won
60 points or whatever.
Dan, how do you feel about the arrival of Saint Guffo?
So, as you boys have seen in the chat, I've been saying that, look, he's too old. His knees are probably going to give way. And all this stupid shit. But, there is pros and cons to having him on your team.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, the cons being his age and his knees
body.
are pretty fucking bad. And then the pros are he's a good fullback. He's a good player. He's loyal. He's
like 110% every
he always
game.
gives it his all. You can always rely on him.
Even if he's not at full physical, he's one of the best defensive fullbacks in the comp as far as try saved.
This year he's been playing with
He finished the year with 3 broken ribs and a torn quad.
Yeah.
But I think he played the last 3 games with them.
Yeah. That just shows you the effort he goes to for his club, and yeah.
And it's also a reason why he looked slow and got burnt in a couple of them games. And people were like, oh, he's done. He's has-been. It's like, try running with a torn quad.
So hopefully Flano can get him good and fit and firing for next year.
I seen the Mad Dragon was pretty happy with the appointment. He's going to be good. And he also...
Does he go in as captain?
Oh, look.
I don't know.
Who else?
Jaden Sewer.
DeBellin, maybe.
DeBellin's only on a 1 year.
Well, not him. He might come in as captain.
I think he comes in as captain.
But yeah, I did see Mad Dragon was angry with the people who don't like him being called king. Do you know why he's called the king, gentlemen?
Vossi said it when he dominated a game.
It's because of his dance moves. But Vossi did say it, but it's because that's what Elvis Presley did, the king. He's not the king because of how good he is. It's the king because of his dance moves.
But he's not the king anymore because the Dragons already have a king, and that is King Kyle. So he is now Saint Guffo.
Saint Guffo.
Yeah. He's gone up.
People annoyed at calling Gufferson king. Walks in King Kyle.
Hello, King Kyle. I'm Saint Guffo. Okay.
Kyle is the king of Cogra.
Yeah. Fuck. They're in trouble.
I'm going to miss Guffo, and I know he's just going to fuck us up the next time we play the Dragons and have Daniel
and then he's going to fucking do the dance.
You know what? I don't reckon he will if he scores against you guys.
No, he won't. He doesn't do it that much in general.
Yeah.
Imagine him doing it over Moses. Moses on the ground.
Then I think he did it once or twice when he was young, and then it was saved for the Try July.
Yeah.
Look, It's tough. It's tough. But good luck to Guffo. Obviously not good luck against our teams, but good luck. Another signing, gentlemen. This one kind of came into the news, and I didn't see it happening. But Manly signed Siwa Taukeiaho from the Super League. The talks of him last year going to the Bulldogs, the reason he didn't was because he didn't pass their medical. He wasn't physically fit to do it. But Manly obviously think they can keep him going, I guess. He's a great player, though. When he left Roosters, I thought he was too young to be heading over the Super League.
I had him in my fantasy, I think, 2 years ago, and he did decent points. He wasn't too bad he's not too bad of a player.
Yeah, I definitely think you'll bolster the forward pack. Like, obviously, Aaron Woods is a massive loss. But you bring in Taukeiaho off the bench.
It's not like they have Molio Laquatu, Sipley,
Pasaka. There's some big boys.
Gerbo.
The biggest and baddest
Burbo.
of them all.
So, the forward pack's looking good. You can't forget also Nathan Brown. But, big sighting. A couple...
Before we move on from NRL talk, something that came across my desk today.
Okay, yeah.
The Eels.
The Eels
are currently running background checks with Bulldogs and Melbourne about the Fox.
Ooh.
So potentially the Fox to Eels soon.
Yeah, I heard it was cooling down yesterday, but that could have just been one journalist's opinion, and then that could be also true.
I mean, it was Clarkey that I seen posted.
Clarkey, he's the Bible. But look, wouldn't be surprised. It can make for a pretty good backline, especially if we get him on a cheap deal.
Just a pity you won't have Guffo in that back line.
Max and Josh Adokar on the wings. I believe we said that last week.
All of a sudden, you get Adokar speed, Iongi young speed as well.
Yeah,
because last year one of the biggest problems with our backline was Dylan Brown was probably our quickest player, and Moses
Bailey Simonson was on that day.
What about Mike Acevo?
Bailey Simonson injured his knee at the start of the season and had it carried throughout most of the year.
True.
But there was literally no speed in our team other than our halves, which is a very odd team.
Yeah, look. It's tough. But that's all for the NRL. Now, it's the horse racing. Look, last week we did talk about the Melbourne Cup. We had our picks, and we were all wrong, and so was 90% of punters.
Except for the Newcastle fans. I'm surprised Ken didn't fucking have it.
Yeah. I was surprised he wasn't going off about that. The winner, Knight's Choice, paying like 60 to 80. Like, some people got it even more.
Some people got it 101.
Yeah. I believe it came up when it won. It was 101.
Yeah, it's it's a horse I didn't even look at. A lot of people didn't look at.
Mate, it's funny. Like, I saw more of these after it had won, but TikToks of tipsters and stuff, and like that we're reading through the full list, and they go, Knight's Choice, not a chance in hell. This should be paying 5 million to 1.
Well, you look at its previous form. I think it was like 11th in its last 2 races or something like that. Like, just didn't have form coming into this race, and then wins, and it stormed home.
Oh, you know what? I actually saw the best TikTok about Knight's Choice, and it was on the same afternoon, right? And I'm like, and there was this one, it was about like roughy backers or like favorite backers. And in that, they had Knight's Choice as the roughie. And I thought, wow, they've put this out quick. Because I'm watching this at like 4 o'clock. So, but no, it turns out they just picked it out of random. Then they backed it. Got the win.
Wow.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, look.
The amount of multis you've seen on Facebook.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Shout out to the punters that did back it. Getting if you got that first 4, you got $728,000.
Oh, was that the guy that was, I think, on Channel 7 coverage? Oh, I think I won like 10 grand or something.
Yeah.
Like, if you got that first 4, you're taking a fucking holiday till after Christmas, Everyone's getting PS5s for Christmas.
Look, I think my betting strategy next time will be mystery trifectas or first wars.
The
Yeah.
thing is, a lot of mystery trifectas will still give you the favourites, and the favourites did nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look, shout out to the punters that did back it, but
Become
unfortunately for everyone
$2
else.
on all the roughies next year.
Yeah.
All the things that are paying $101 and plus.
Yeah.
Fucking, I'm putting money on them.
Also, shout out Robbie Dolan, the jockey who got the win.
Yeah.
He had his dad fly in. Didn't know he was coming, and then knew he was there, but got the win in front of him. That was pretty cool. for
Imagine
him.
even though there was a massive crowd at the Melbourne Cup, imagine spotting your dad just as you're finishing
Yeah.
the race. That'd be so
It
sick.
was-
Seen some of the memes of people that have performed with The Voice and
Yeah,
ridden
he
in a
was-
Melbourne Cup have always won.
He was one part-time jockey, full time in the voice.
This time last year, he was singing "The Horses" by
Yeah.
Daryl Braithwaite at
Fair
the
enough.
Melbourne Cup.
But good stuff. Good stuff. Now, in the Melbourne Cup Carnival, though, gentlemen, there was one man that stood at the top of the mountain, and he's done it before, but it's J-Mac. It's James McDonald, and he won 11 winners in the Melbourne Cup Carnival, which
That's
is
crazy.
it's great. But his comment on it was, I could have probably won 14, but I butchered Fraser.
Yeah, I seen there was I was looking through it on Saturday.
Yeah.
I think there was 2 or 3 races he came second and third.
Yeah. But look, it's still remarkable what he does on the horses and gets the wins. Many butcher good horses and good races, but he seems to get up and get many of wins. He beat the record. Do you know who was the last bloke who had the record?
James McDonald.
It was James
I was gonna
McDonald. He
say,
beat his
that's
own
probably
record.
him.
So
Was that 2 years ago, I think, or so?
yeah, he's pretty good. He's pretty good. When you see him on board, you might usually back him.
Crazy, eh? Like, before the carnival, he was sort of out of form. Like,
Oh, yeah.
he was sitting on his 99th Group
Yeah.
1 win for, what felt like a month.
Mm.
And then he finally got that on Via Sustina
Didn't he
a
take a
fortnight ago.
break?
Yeah,
Didn't he take some time off and then came back
I'm not too
race
sure.
via Sustina?
could have. Do your own research. But Via Sustina, the one that he did get that win was
Kicked him into gear.
and look, Ken repped the rewards of Via
Yeah.
Sustina this time round
Well,
as well.
Whenever I see J-Mac on board, I usually back him, but
Yeah,
I
and
just didn't fucking back him on Saturday, which would have been nice.
yeah, well,
Sunshine in Paris was a good one.
yeah.
Yeah, via
Did
Sustina
you
would
see
have
that
been.
run?
Yeah, it's actually the next line in the horse racing, the champion sprint. That was a great. Did you watch it, Dan? It was.
I watched the
great.
replay today because I was at work. So.
Have you seen the top angle?
No, I haven't. I only
So-
seen the side.
It's great. Right, so he's got like 4 or 5 horses in front. There is no
Yeah.
run, and then it just the slightest gap, and then he shifts over left and
Yeah.
gets into the gap, pokes his nose through at the
That's
end.
what I
It's-
So
mean.
it's like you see the side on angle, and it's like just a bit up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So you see the 5 across the front, and then you see him just get into that gap and just run. That's fucking beautiful.
Good jockey, got Sunshine in Paris in the right spot, got the win.
Yeah.
Mark Zara, good jockey, but obviously just didn't get into the right spot. And Giga Kick, one of the favourites, didn't even get out of the horses to have a run.
Yep.
Bella Nipotina did well to back up after, I think 2 weeks in a row of running and winning. Got third
Yeah.
place. It stormed home, to be fair. I think if it was fresh, it probably wins that race as well.
Probably.
But great win from Sunshine in Paris and J-Mac. Unfortunately, that was I didn't have any Marquardt, so that was tough for me. Man, I have so much
you're
fun.
fucked. Very unprofessional, mate.
Can't.
All right. Another race that was big. This was the basket builder for me. This was the money
Huge.
builder. So I did say at the start of the podcast, 4 races I picked at the start of the day. It was Giga Kick to win the champion sprint. Didn't happen. But the next race, the Champions Mile, I had a bit of money on Mr. Brightside, and I was confident. I was confident that Pride of Jenny had ran way too much recently. And look, Mr. Brightside did not disappoint. He and at 1600, he's too good. He's too good.
It looked pretty
I
good.
thought Fangirl was gonna look. It did challenge a bit, but
Yeah.
I thought it might have been her day. But Brightside too good.
Brightside too good,
And
and
Fangirl had J-Mac on board, so it would have been
yeah,
been
a
good
lot of
if he-
tipsters were picking Fangirl as well. So
yeah.
but yeah, I do think off of a nice little rest, Mr. Brightside was just too good on the day, and that helped me get back up on that last day and finish the weekend strong. So
I was watching the replay today and just watching Pride of Jenny just
yeah,
slowly go backwards.
Yeah.
I was just like, damn, I
Mate,
didn't realize it
well,
was that bad.
look, shout out Pride of Jenny. You've given the racing world many great wins and many great races. We were there at the Randwick where
Queen Elizabeth.
Queen Elizabeth ran
97 meters or whatever it was.
like 30 bus lengths in front of every other horse. But after this race, they have announced Pride of Jenny's retirement.
Yeah, apparently bleeding on.
Yeah,
both
bleeding from
nostrils.
the nostrils. All the
Yeah.
fans are saying the same thing. It was like over raced.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
And look, hopefully now with the retirement, it gets some time on in the paddock before they want to breed more horses.
Like the fact that it's like lost races,
Yeah,
they changed jockey,
they changed the jockey.
came
Now-
last.
Yeah.
It's like something's not
Yeah.
right here.
Look, I reckon they could have raced it another year if they just gave it like some ease up on its
Yeah.
races.
Yeah.
Like the style of running you're doing with like the horse is just going to the front and leading the whole race.
Yeah.
You're gassing the horse out every
should
time
have-
it runs.
It should have had 3 to 4 race preparations. Not,
Yeah.
I think it's ran like 7 times or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
It's
think
great.
the Spring Carnival, like, it feels like it was 1 week off Pride of
Yeah.
Jenny ran, 1 week off Pride of Jenny ran. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it literally felt like
In
it
some
was
weeks
raced
it was
every-
back to back.
Yeah.
Rough. But look,
Fucked.
shout out Pride of Jenny and hopefully have happy retirement. Now, I know Pride of Jenny listens to the podcast. So
They just
shout
listen
out.
to us, put headphones on them.
You got the Family Guy like cutscene of like the horse going.
Thank you, guys. The Champion Stakes, we did speak about this, and Ken also spoke about it, but this was J-Mac on board, Via Sestino wins. Special mention to Without a Fight, coming back from a lot of injuries, known for last year winning the Caulfield Cup into the Melbourne Cup, and then hasn't raced since. So this was its race back.
Yeah, I mean, that'll do it. Like,
Yeah. Race comes back and gets third place. They are now saying off to Japan for the Japan Cup. So look forward to that. I might be putting a little bit of money on that. So
was that the race that J-Mac broke his record?
yeah,
Yeah.
with Via Sestina. Now there's one more thing for horse racing that I wanted to bring up. Rest in peace to Tiger Legend.
God.
There's a horse out there.
Running on Friday.
Yeah, run on Friday. So it was the second day of our punters club trip. We had already been punting for a while, drinking for a while. This horse was doing well. That final stretch, it was like it got out to maybe about 3 lengths ahead of the other horses. And look, all of us were holding back, going like we're on this horse. And by the like 50 or 150 meter mark, we're just all like, yeah, high five. This is it. This is it. James has held his high five for even longer. He's like, okay,
Yeah,
we've got
alright, yeah,
this.
it's fine, it's
We're
fine.
cheering, we're yahooing. This horse within the last 50 meters pulls up and just like its legs gone. It like puts the handbrake on. Every other horse it gets third, but rest in peace, Tiger Legend. The Punters Club has brought this horse to death by
It's early celebrating. So
early celebrating.
don't go off early, guys.
Don't
This
go
is
off
the
early.
PSA announcement.
Yeah,
Think about the horse before you jump up and
and
celebrate
start
like you've won
yahooing.
before you've got there.
Just a special mention to the Punters Club. We are called the Warriors World's Worst Punters Club. So the worst being Tiger's Legend. That
Killed
was
Benji Marshall.
it was rough. Honestly,
One of the most painful laughs because it's
Yeah.
a funny situation, but a horse is.
has
The horse has gone to the
passed.
glue factory.
Yeah, that's. I couldn't think of more of our putters club than that. Like you've cheered a horse, and it's just the last 50 meters. Nah. And Lucas messages our chat and says, "I was on the horse that won, so fuck you, Lucas." Lucky. Okay, that's all for horse racing, and. Well, this doesn't come up too often, gentlemen. A rugby union talk, not rugby league.
Oh my
But it's a
God.
rugby league player we want to talk about, of course. Joseph Suaalii, or as Balocca would call him, Suahili.
Swahili.
He had his debut for the Wallabies. Hadn't had a game of rugby union yet because he's not signed to a club, but just straight into the Wallabies, and he does pretty well from all accounts. I've watched some of the highlights as well.
Yeah.
Australia getting to beat England for the first time. I think it's since like 2015 or something like that. It's been a long time.
Didn't look that much into it.
42-37 we win. Look, the question is Aussie rugby back on the rise, gentlemen? Dan, mate.
I don't want to say it too early, but hopefully it is. I mean, we have to go up against a bit of a bigger.
Couple of big teams the next
Yeah.
couple games.
I think we're versing France in a couple weeks, and French rugby is usually pretty decent.
They're like right up there with England.
Yeah. And in that game,
Yes.
just in the second half, the lead changed 4 times.
Yeah.
4 times. 3 times within the last 5 minutes.
Yeah. Didn't we flick pass to get the win?
Yeah, flick pass and then a diving try like in the corner.
Pretty hot. That's pretty hot rugby union. You don't hear that too often.
Well, no, Joseph Suaalii was playing rugby league union.
Yeah.
Rugby league union. Yeah.
That guy's, and we want to talk about hot. That guy.
Yeah. I watched some of the tackles he did. He's just tackling like rugby league. Like he's not trying to rock at all.
Yeah.
He's just like tackling like he's playing footy.
Yeah. Any thoughts on the union, James? Any?
I don't know. Suaalii looked all right.
Yeah.
I just imagine what a good rugby league player would do.
Oh yeah. Just imagine any rugby league player, and imagine what they would do at union.
Imagine we saw Suaalii make a difference in that game. What if Tonfravojevic playing as good as he did against Tonga played in that?
Yep. What if Nico Hines, hear me out, he could win a fucking World Cup over there
I still don't think Nico
in
could
the
fucking.
halves.
I still
in
don't
the
think Nico
halves.
could play that good.
Look, is rugby union on the rise? No, probably not.
It's ironically a sign of just how far Australian rugby union has fallen, and we're
Yeah.
celebrating one victory over England. Like
Yeah.
like it's a miracle.
We've done
It
it.
is a miracle.
It's one of the greatest moments in Australian rugby history. No, it isn't. We've won a World Cup. We've won multiple.
It may have been fucking how long ago we won the World Cup, but we've won them.
It's not just a fucking random game against England.
Yeah, rough for the Union fans. But that's all we got from that. Though there is cricket chat, I believe, James.
Yeah, a bit of cricket chat.
Somber cricket chat.
Yeah, look, we lost the one-day series to Pakistan.
But the
Plenty of
one that
excuses.
mattered was the Paddy C one. That's
Yeah,
the only one that
We
mattered.
played a pretty strong team in the first game, a bit weaker in the second, and by far the weakest in the third. And yeah, the results showed that.
Yeah.
Won the first in a pretty tight one. The second was sort of close loss.
I think it was like 30 overs we got bowled out for, wasn't
That
it?
was the third
No, I thought it was the second game, wasn't it?
third game. We got rolled it for 140 in 30 overs.
They only had 2 wickets. That's rough. That's Australia's C team.
It could be in the second as well. Look, that was a Saturday night.
Yeah, we're pretty
Friday
drunk.
night, sorry.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Paddy Cummins one, I actually got to watch with James, and I said we need Pat out. We need Pat out there, and he came out and he stood up with his blue eyes and showed him how to play.
35 overs, we got bowled for 163 in the second game.
Oh, that's
Only chasing 190 though.
yeah. So we got close.
No, they batted second.
Oh, they batted second. So we got rolled both
Yeah,
in both
we
of
got-
the two
we got
games.
fucked.
I don't even know what our team looked like in the second game, to be honest.
But no one cares about that, unfortunately. So, as Australians, we don't care about that.
We smashed India in the Australia race.
Yeah.
The
great Australian, the bat off.
They had some players that were fighting for positions as well because they've just lost to New Zealand at home, so they've got positions up for grabs. The Great Australian Bat Off has come to an anticlimactic end.
No one came to the bat off.
So McSweeney got pushed up to opener for this game. Didn't perform too well. Funnily enough, our best performer was Constas, who got dropped to 4, where McSweeney was. He scored a 70. It was over 75, I think. Not out to win the game. McSweeney though he's won.
He's won the bat off.
Possibly.
There's
he's in the squad.
He's in the squad. There is a theory that what if the plan was always to have a Mitch Marshall, Travis Head go up the order, and then Josh Inglis would be the one coming in.
I'd like to see Travis Head open.
Yeah.
And then, as James has told me before, Inglis being one of the actual top point scorers.
Top run scorers in the Sheffield Shield.
So, is there a chance? Yes, there is.
Possibly.
But yeah, McSweeney, look, they've had their eyes on him for a while. Had his name came up a lot? No, not until this summer. But that's the nature of the beast. Look, I wouldn't be surprised if he gets a gig, whether it's at opener, whether it's lower in the order. With the look to the future of Constas probably coming in for Kawaja in a year and a half after the next Ashes, that's probably the plan. Try and get some youth into this squad. The other idea with McSweeney is if he can perform all right, or maybe he fails, but you can get him some experience. Smudge also doesn't have that long.
Yeah.
That would be into his preferred position, back to 4. So I can see why they're doing it.
Changing of the guard.
It's hard against India, though.
Yeah.
Speaking of Smudge, this test series would be the test series he gets 10,000 runs.
Ooh.
He's on 9,685 at the moment.
That's hot rugby league
It's
cricket.
a 5-match series.
So he's only got
gets there.
315 runs to get there.
I reckon he does only one. I reckon he does only one.
Just the first opening.
Did he play in the second game, do you know?
I'm not sure.
In the first game, he looked really good for 40-odd, and then he cracked one straight at the fielder, unfortunately, to get out.
He got 35 off 48.
Seen he's like...
Strike rate of 72.9.
So he's seeing the ball all right.
Yeah.
In the 2 games he's played, he's got like a 40 and a 30-something. So he's seeing it. He's getting a start. Test matches are obviously a bit different, but it's also a bit different in his favour as well.
That's what I was going to say. I seen a list of his last test runs, and it's all good. So look into that. He should be in for some big scores. And India's in trouble. They're shaking in their boots. As we know, they don't get cricket. We have brought this up before. It is a top view, one of our top viewed podcasts. Will we be eating our words? No, we won't.
No. Look forward to a full Australian sweep.
Yeah.
Like, we just saw New Zealand do it at their home. It would be embarrassing if we can't do it at our home.
Are you talking a reverse sweep or just a normal sweep?
Maybe a slog sweep.
Slog sweep,
yeah. The summer of the slog sweep.
Okay, is that all? That's all for cricket?
Yeah, that's all for cricket. The main thing is the test squad has been announced for the first test. McSweeney and Inglis are in.
Looking forward to it. That is all for the podcast, gentlemen. Another great week. Make sure to subscribe, like, comment, follow the social medias,